Hello. Gamescom is happening right now in Germany.
And we're there on the scene.
We're there on the scene.
Check out Germany.
In Germany. Me,
what a season.
Brad,
what
Vinny,
a
Vinny,
season.
what a season
What a
it's
season.
been.
Guten Morgen, fellows.
The next stop on the console launch tour. There are a lot of points up for grabs here. And Sony has opted to hold a live press conference and stream it out over the internet.
That's right, Jeff. Nobody would have saw this rookie sensation Sony coming out of the gate, but hot on the heels of Microsoft, here they come, right in Germany of all places. Guten Tag, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take it. I can't go any further. I can't.
Guten tags. It's time for video games. So this is going to be. This should actually be big. Microsoft had some things this morning to announce with regards to independent development and self-publishing and stuff like that. We've got an interview with Chris Charla up on the site. Anytime you can listen to Chris Charla speak, you should pay attention to him.
Yeah?
Chris Charla knows what he's talking about.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
I hope so.
Whether he's talking about
Sounds like he's gathering a lot
Bay Area punk bands or
how to eat at a house prime rib, I understand.
yes, that's true. Yes.
Apparently he's quite good at that.
He is apparently one of the best. But Sony is expected to actually unveil like release date here.
Well, yeah.
Or release information, I think is what they've been saying.
We hope.
To me, that means date.
Did they say that? They say they're going to do that?
That's I think so.
Right.
We've got a story up on the site with Xbox One launch lineup. Looks like they got about 23 games. They announced a new. They talked about a new Fable game. Fable Legends?
Fable
What is
Legends.
that?
To me, that sounds like a
Fable 4.
remake of Fable 1.
No,
When you say Fable Legends, I go like, is that? But that's
that-
Fable Anniversary, right?
Yeah, and that's coming out in like what, a month?
I have
2
no
months?
idea.
It's coming out this holiday, right?
Okay, but yes, new Fable game.
My understanding
First
is
heard about a new Fable game about a year ago.
First heard it here.
First heard it here. I didn't hear it here.
It sounds
Broke
like it's
it
just
here.
I
Fable
heard it in
4.
Seattle.
What?
But
Vinny, you have a video. You brought a clip.
I brought a clip. Brad, set this clip up.
It's Dragon Age 3.
Okay.
There you go.
So EA had a press conference also just before this. You may have watched that live stream. I was in a car driving here, so I don't really know what happened there.
This guy went through a portal.
Wait a minute.
The likes of which no one's.
I'll skip the good
Yep.
parts.
Is he a dragon?
If there's no game footage in this, I don't want to watch it.
Look at
Wait,
that.
that kind of looks like a video game.
Barren
All right,
wastelands,
that looks pretty good.
beautiful forests, mountaintops.
And there's a bunch of trailers and stuff. Patrick is out in Chicago getting some of those trailers up on the site. So if you haven't seen that stuff, we'll have that stuff up.
Chicago, America's Germany.
That's right.
Yeah, that's where he is, on location.
Guten tags.
That's right. Steve Guten Tags.
Human, mage.
For Need for Speed Rivals, they unveiled 2 new features. The return of personal. I'm just reading this email that has this trailer in it. The return of personalization and a new take on career progression, built to sync with all drive. All right, that's super meaningful.
What is all drive?
It's
Different from auto
That's
log?
there. Yeah, it is. It is different.
Can you have both auto log and all drive in the same game?
Yeah, probably.
Really?
EA to add story-driven campaign missions to Command and Conquer.
Finally,
Wait,
story in an RTS.
It didn't have that before. What were they making? Oh God, is Ric Flair in this one?
The nice thing about having agents working for you instead of you being the agent.
All right.
All right, yeah, we've seen enough of this. I want to see Peggle 2.
Do you?
We have video of Peggle 2 up.
We do?
Yes.
So what is the story?
Wait,
That
we've
is an
got 2
Xbox
minutes.
One exclusive.
I saw somewhere in the social media that this is an Xbox One exclusive.
Product not yet ready.
Interesting.
Seems insane. But, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wait, is this Peggle 1?
Hey, do you want to see more? It's $4.99.
There you go.
Thank you. Cha-ching. Burn! Slam! 6 slam.
This looks like Peggle.
Okay, this is Peggle 2. The fonts are different.
Oh,
That
you can
unicorn
tell.
is moving.
You can tell. Yep, there you
There
go.
you go. Wow.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean exclusive as much as it might mean that maybe they showed this. At
I
the
can't
Microsoft
click. I
press
can't
conference.
click anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Keep
All
pressing
right.
harder.
All right, let's take it back to
What a season it's been.
what a season. What a season.
Yeah, so we're just kind of killing a little bit of time here before Sony gets started. It says that they will begin shortly, as you can see here.
I don't know. This says die PlayStation.
Well, I don't know.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
Apparently they have Patton Oswalt writing Press conference copy.
But today's a big day, regardless of these press conferences. A bunch of games out.
Oh yeah.
Cell, The Bureau, Saints Row 4, Dive Kick.
I stayed up way too late playing Saints Row 4.
Yeah, I started.
That's a great
I ended
fucking
up
game.
playing through the kind of initial batch of it again last night.
Did you try a different voice, different character?
No,
Because I'm playing.
Is that weird?
Yes, kind of. So I played like 5 hours of Nolan North.
Yeah.
I
the
think
Nolan North would be the other one I would choose, and I
Well,
just
so
don't like the way he sounds.
I think I
in
know
that game,
why. I
so.
think I understand where your complaint's coming from about the dialogue all being the same. I
Yeah.
think that Nolan North just did all the Troy Baker.
No, that's exactly.
But-
There are a few cases where it deviates,
Okay.
but
Right for the Nolan North stuff, but
yes.
I'm playing voice 2,
okay,
and a ton of the lines are different.
Okay,
From,
that would make sense
from the
then.
Nolan North one.
Hey Drew, is there music playing behind the Sony thing right now? Okay. And once in a while, I hear something coming out of the PA. Sounds like so stuff.
yeah. So
Choose a different camera. Heck yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
So this is kind of like the last big English language spot for
Or Western,
not
at
German,
least.
Western.
At least
But
Western.
this, I
Yeah.
believe this will be an English language broadcast.
Yeah, sure.
For the consoles before they're out.
Yep.
You know, the TGS will happen. I think Microsoft has already said that they will be there. Sony will, of course, be there. But
So you're looking at your.
this is kind of like it's if it's not here, it's TGS, and they're kind of running out of time to get those details out.
Yeah.
Sony seems like they've been on a streak of trying to kind of step it up and put a little pressure here and there and do things. So I would not be surprised if we just caught a full date today.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You think earlier than Microsoft's announced date?
Yeah,
So like,
I think they will go late October.
wow, that's soon.
Yeah,
Everybody keeps saying that, but where's that coming from?
I think they'll go late October.
Okay. All right.
That's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's before Thanksgiving.
If you're saying that,
I mean,
okay.
things change, right?
Yeah, sure.
See, things that happen in late October.
Oh, yeah, see if it comes up. Halloween.
Let's
There
see
you
what's
go.
happening
Great
with
Lakes Bay region calendar of events.
Yeah.
See what they got going down.
Civil War Legacy.
Civil War, okay.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Okay, the East Bank Market.
The East, what?
The East Bank Market.
Okay, all right. I thought you said the East Bank Market. Like, that's gross.
Yep.
Call of Arms. A country in turmoil turns to its citizens. These are great.
Yeah.
So that's all happening. Hey, this is happening in early October.
Shooting range.
You're saying before the end of the Midland Farmers Market, we could see a PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
That's
I think
retail?
so. I think you
Wow.
could go to that market with your PlayStation 4 if you wanted
What?
to.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
after the Frankenmuth Farmers Market.
You could
Frankenmuth.
maybe go buy some locally sourced artisanal cherries.
Totally, yeah.
Stick them in your
with your
PlayStation 4.
PS4.
Yeah.
Age them in your digital PlayStation 4.
So, gosh, what else has happened? It seems like this morning, I don't know, I expected there to be more stuff this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a ton. I
like a
mean,
barrage.
Out of EA,
Yeah.
specifically.
I wonder
And,
if Microsoft just canceled a presentation after their indie stuff leaked 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, right.
I wonder if they had one planned that they just decided not to do. I don't know.
Fun story. They were here when that leaked.
Yep. We were meeting with them.
Meeting with them,
We were
talking
meeting
about
with
some of
like
that
the
stuff.
top guys and the whole Xbox division that got out of the meeting, and then they were looking at their phones, going, "Oh, well, please don't post all the stuff we just told you."
And then later that day, we did.
Yep.
Wasn't us.
Yep. Well, they know it wasn't.
I was
us.
live
We were
streaming out of my
sitting-
phone in that meeting. Is that-
We had that table mic
Right.
conference thing just going
Yeah.
the whole time.
and Game Informer was listening. So.
There was a lot of like small stuff this morning. A lot
Yeah,
of little-
I think the independent
interesting
development
little
for
things.
360 stuff is like a no-brainer. They've been getting pounded over it.
Yep.
So it's one of those things that, like, obviously they're going to address it. Hopefully they'll address it the right way. I think some of their stuff that they're talking about with like every console's a dev console, but not at launch, and like that stuff
Yeah.
is a little strange.
Yeah,
but it sounds like they've
ultimately
got a stopgap for that
yeah.
in place too.
Ultimately,
so,
sounds like it'd be really cool though.
yeah, it's the right move. It's
Yeah.
it's for how games are distributed today on every other platform, from PC to phones to PlayStation consoles.
Sure.
They were looking real out of touch by not having this in place. So this will set things right for them.
It'll be better for everybody.
And straight up, if they are saying, hey, do you want to interview Chris Charla, that's a huge step in the right direction for them from like a messaging standpoint.
Yeah.
That dude is pretty real.
Seems like he's gathering power to himself.
Maybe
At that place, if he's running this program. I mean, there are a bunch of little things here and there, like Binding of Isaac is coming to Vita.
Okay.
That press release hit right before I got here.
That'd be great.
And PS4.
because
PS4 and Vita.
playing that game with a controller, I think, would be a lot. I didn't.
Yeah.
Look, it's almost.
My understanding is it still doesn't have controller
It doesn't.
support.
I went to play it like a couple weeks ago. Instead, you go to the controller screen and it says, "Do you want gamepad? Fucking install Joy to Key.
Right.
Stop being a dick about it."
Right.
And I look at that and go like, "No, you're being a dick about it. Like that's no.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna do that."
But I mean, that'd be a great
Still,
option.
you can't shoot diagonally or walk diagonally even if you do that, and that's
That's-
actually my real problem with Binding of Isaac, is that the shots don't really. It's you could if it was 8-way movement or 8-way shooting.
Sure.
I would probably like that game a lot more.
Yeah. That seems like a great Vita game, though. Great.
Yeah, I
pick
think-
up and
yeah.
play 10-minute kind of on the go thing.
For sure.
What else was there?
From EA?
Just in general. I mean, you know, little press releases and news bits hitting.
So I don't understand
Left
this
and right.
Command and Conquer stuff. What is it? Is it like a new game?
They've had a new game in the works for a while,
Yeah.
and they announced that it's going to have a campaign. I think up until then, this was. Is it going to be the free-to-play?
Is this one
Command
free to
and
play?
Conquer?
I think it is.
That was like multiplayer focused, and
think
you know,
so, yeah.
it's free-to-play,
Okay.
like, it was
So this will be
for that.
episodic.
So there will be
content?
some sort of. Let's go look at this press
Yeah, I
release.
don't
and
think they said.
I will quickly distill it into the facts for you.
We were just kind of sitting here waiting post 10 o'clock
Yeah, we were past
For-
10.
for Sony.
I mean,
but,
at-
I believe they're officially
25
a little
minutes
late.
ago, I saw people saying they had just opened the auditorium doors to seat people.
Yeah.
So
and we'll be talking over the press conference, so if you're watching this and
Right,
you
yeah.
want to hear our idiotic statements, open up another window and go watch the press conference without us.
Like on every website other than this one, you can do that. I don't like
I see anybody complain, I'm shutting the stream
railsplitters.com,
down. Yeah.
like whatever you know, hotparty.us, they've got it.
But this is where the cool kids are hanging out.
Yeah, so if you want that, let's go somewhere else.
also, I would like to announce my departure to go work for hotparty.us.
All right, great.
On
As
this live stream.
as the secret owner of Hot Party US,
Welcome.
welcome to the family. So there's this Van Sanegem. That's how you pronounce that, right?
What, who?
John Van Sanegem, the guy that's running CNC, the Might and Magic dude.
Sure.
It says, when we talk about new Command & Conquer being a service, we're really inviting the community to help drive the design process and evolution of the game. So they have asked for story content. We have listened. It will roll out to the service in 2014. So yeah, they're looking at Command & Conquer in a very different way than they have in the past with some of that stuff, and I don't know I don't know how that'll be. I have not seen that game at all. They've been
No idea
running
what it
betas
is.
and doing other stuff, but
Yeah.
Do you know even what like universe it's in?
it's separate. It's a different.
like a new thing,
yeah,
not
it's a
Red
new- it's a
Alert,
new-
not
it's new, it's new
Tiberium.
factions. It's kind
Okay.
of separate from that stuff. So it's what is it? The first campaign missions will follow the Asia Pacific Alliance, the APA, as they attempt to stabilize a world that once again teeters on the brink of war. The upstart European Union, a high-tech single-state entity with an increasingly expansionist agenda, continues to flex her muscles. The Global Liberation Army, the GLA, blah blah blah. So yeah,
Wait, new factions?
it's not Kane. Like Generals didn't have any of
Yeah.
that stuff either. I think this was originally a Generals game.
Man,
So
Global Defense Initiative sounds so badass.
totally,
I feel like GLA
Yeah,
was
no,
in generals.
Yep.
that's like
They were in generals, right? Okay.
the who what?
GLA were generals.
Yeah. So this is kind of this originally was called CNC Generals, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is the thing that got announced at the VGAs like 2 years ago.
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And so now
It
it's
was
just called
Generals
Command
too.
and Conquer,
Right.
because if you're gonna, why reboot a sub-franchise
Yeah.
when you can just reboot the whole thing?
It just that seems a little desperate. It's like, hey, you remember Generals, right? You liked that one.
Shut Renegade down.
I didn't really like Generals that much.
I never played it.
It had the tunnels.
The what?
Yeah.
One faction
Yep.
could dig the tunnels,
Yeah.
and you,
Oh, weird.
you know, that was
Yeah.
kind of neat. There was some neat stuff in there, but like, I don't know. Like to me, so much of Command and Conquer is wrapped up in the characters and their goofy FMV and all that other stuff.
Sure.
The further away they got from that, the less interested I was.
Who was the guy that played Kane?
Joe Kukin.
Uh-huh, yes.
Generals brought that camera in real tight too, kind of
Yeah.
like Warcraft 3 style. And that's when
The head guy on Generals went on to become the head guy on StarCraft 2.
Right.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
I remember Greg was telling me like a bunch of the units in Generals you could see like have direct analogs on StarCraft 2. Like there was like a tank that did more damage the longer it shot.
Oh, right.
And now
Yeah.
and that totally manifested in StarCraft. Like,
I've got chat up here, and if anybody has any amazing insider questions, shoot them out. Jeff, you got a computer too.
I've got a computer too.
I want a computer.
Ask Brad anything.
I heard those are fun.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
I'm sitting drinking this coffee.
How's the season been?
Took 400 milligrams of ibuprofen. It's, you know,
Getting the
after
morning
I-
going.
Yeah, I had that elbow surgery last week. You know, it's kind of.
Sure. Yeah.
oh,
I just, you know,
Hey.
they're telling me I'm never
Here we
going to
go.
throw
Hey,
the
yo,
same way
yo.
again.
Get some audio going here. And head off to Germany.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I'm gonna set this laptop down.
hey Drew, can we get a little more Big Knob out here? Yeah, okay.
This looks like the E3 stage setup.
Kinda similar. We were watching.
Oh, it
that.
doesn't go as far around.
Yeah, we were watching that right before this. It's sort of like that.
Look at those laptops.
Yeah. Stoked are you guys to be here and not
That was
there.
mellow, huh? That was a mellow. Dude's on stage already.
Yeah, but is it a dude or is it this going to be some experience thing of a guy standing there going, "Yeah, David."
This is-
Turntables.
think this is an Andy House show, or do we get Tretton?
You probably
Oh yeah.
What?
Look at that. He's gonna explode.
Is he what?
Drew, we're hearing what you're hearing. All right, good.
Okay.
Are we supposed to green screen something on there? Are we supposed to do this?
Shit, PS4 crash. What do we do?
Did we get Adam Boyes on stage of this thing?
I don't know.
He was on Twitter a little bit ago, so.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Do they give the Americans any play? Is this just the interface?
Is this guy just
Yeah,
gonna watch
Is this
the?
just straight up
he's
how
just
you
logging
sign
in.
in? All right, that looks promising.
That looks
Pull
like
that
something
shot in.
That looks like something they maybe could have showed full screen.
Yeah.
Sure.
What are you
Yeah.
doing? Quit drifting away.
Thanks, guys.
You get more audio? Are you
yeah.
turned down here?
No, I'm all the way up. Drew, you
This
just
is-
don't hear anything, right?
This is like this is the worst thing about production of modern video game press conferences is these like massive like wide jib shots of stuff you
Oh,
want to see.
wow.
full
It kind of
screen.
does still have an XMB, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I hear some of it.
All right, this
Yeah.
looks promising. Like, it looks like they basically just replicated the way the Xbox profiles work. That's potentially exciting.
I'm glad they're not talking, so we can just talk.
This is live. This is live from PlayStation there, so I assume this is like
Watch
a
a
stream
stream or something. What?
I wonder if they're not doing any direct feed.
That's not Killzone.
That is Killzone.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Sony, you know, they're letting their Vita fear extend to
Yeah.
PS4 fear. Like, nope, no full screen, no
Sure
direct
thing.
feed.
Does that guy just have a gun on his laptop?
This is
I
a
think
cool
that guy
way
just
to
has a gun on his
open a
laptop.
press conference, though. Just here's the system.
Yeah.
Here's a guy signing into a
Okay, we're
console.
close enough to this thing being done that we're just going to show you this stuff.
Right. I still just want to know how all the nuts and bolts work, though.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
didn't think they would use any of the same iconography for like friends lists and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I figured that that would be a full wipe on the interface.
I feel like I'm watching the wrong feed.
I don't think the XMB is an inherently bad way to lay things out. It's just that it's organized poorly the way it's implemented right now.
Yeah.
Stuff's all over the place, and they're just lacking functionality is the real problem.
Looks like he's shooting a guy back there.
I guess.
Look at that shot. That guy's having
Is that
fun.
Michael Pachter? I think that's Michael Pachter.
But do you think that's him actually playing?
You gotta get on Salty Bet right now and bet that that's Michael Pachter.
Can we stream this through the Salty Bet interface?
All right. We're definitely watching the right thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
English feed, right?
I hope so. You have chat open there. Chat is watching it somewhere else and be
Oh,
like,
dude,
"You
check
guys
that
are
out.
just not."
Is he touch padding that? I guess so. It looks like it. The way it's just whipping around like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I see. Okay, that was
cool.
cute. It's like he was in the living room.
That
He's
would,
like, let's start the show, man.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna stand and go, "Welcome to PlayStation."
that would almost make me not mind typing with a controller.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But you know, I mean, the Ouya has one of those pads, and it sucks.
Oh, I know. That's why I said almost. You're still hunting and pecking deep down.
No, seriously, let's start the show.
Devs are gamers.
I like the fact that Sony has gone back to the fundamentals of, no, it's for games.
I feel extraordinarily lucky that, you know, day to day, I get to make games for a living.
Drew, do you think you can turn this up even
flex
more
our imagination
out here for us?
It makes gaming so powerful.
I want everyone to be able to feel creative and not be intimidated by that.
We suddenly have like breathed life into this magical world.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, that might be too much.
It's about innovation and it's about new ideas.
We obviously make the game for the gamer, but at the end of the day, the gamer is us.
I find it really exciting, and I'm glad to be a gamer now.
What a season it's been.
Jeff Gerstmann, what a season.
What a season. Just keep working that jib around. I don't know. All right, maybe that's too loud now. Maybe that is too loud.
I'm being falling into the PlayStation conference. All right, let's start the show.
All right, let's start the show.
Jeff Gerstmann, what a season. What a season.
What a season it's been. We're here. Sony is ready for the kickoff. They're about to take the field.
And Jeff, it all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this, Vinny Caravella. This is going to be one serious show.
I'm so excited. They're going to have to throw me out of the booth.
That's right. We're going to have to throw you out of the booth.
I've been watching a lot of Cars, and that was basically the banter in the NASCAR booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jim Ryan.
Okay.
Bring that jib in. Jib it in.
Jib Ryan.
Jib it in. I'm not going to get there. You're not going to get there in time.
I think this guy's going to be British.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Whoa,
and
where's
welcome.
that fan?
We were absolutely delighted to open this year's show with the global unveil of the PlayStation 4 user interface. And it was the one and only Shu Yoshida, president of our worldwide studios, who introduced the UI, and who also gave you some great examples of the connected social experience that lies at the heart of PlayStation 4.
Got serious
So a big hand for Shu Yoshida, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta find that focus, man. It's not gonna find itself.
Yeah.
But I wanted to start by saying what an honor it is to be here in Cologne tonight.
Oh, wow.
At PlayStation, we've always understood the importance of Europe and the European gamer. And over the 12 years that we've been doing
Europe's been very big for
Gamescom
them.
press briefings, I've been really proud to watch Gamescom develop from a local consumer event for the German market into a key cornerstone of the global...
He's vapor locked on that prompter, man.
So let's start with PS3.
Yeah!
For a platform in its first year, the roster of
what I came
exclusive
for.
games is just stunning. And if you're talking about the games that define PlayStation, where else to start but with Polyphony Digital and Gran Turismo?
Oh, right.
Don't they usually have two offset prompters? So you
Okay.
can feel like you're looking back and forth.
All right.
at the whole
They
crowd.
might. I mean,
Everyone
they
knows
just
that
maybe he's.
Polyphony has always been at the cutting edge of creating truly great driving simulators. With that in mind, I'd like to kick off today's presentation with a brand new Gran Turismo 6 video, Vision GT, a project between Polyphony and the key brands. It was Oscar Wilde who said that life imitates art more than art imitates life.
Okay, car game?
And these car manufacturers are utilizing the
smirking.
GT physics
He
engine
gets it.
to create concept vehicles
this?
in collaboration with Polyphony
Wait,
Digital.
Wait.
Is that
These concept
Michael-
vehicles
Michael
will
Jordan?
if I can be able to dunk with my
Wear
car?
them
A
Jordans.
real-world version of these concept cars will be created
Sure,
by the
makes
manufacturer.
sense.
Let's take a look.
Man,
How crazy is it that this thing is coming to PS3?
I
wow.
don't think it's well.
I still.
In context, it's not crazy at all. Because unless
Yeah,
they
I
don't want
guess-
another Gran Turismo game on any platform for the next 5 years,
Yeah.
this is what they have to do, right?
The existence of Drive Club says everything I need to know about driving games for Sony platforms.
Right.
And they're, that to me says like they had to go like, well, we gotta have one.
Yeah.
And these guys
And
are
they
gonna
can't
take
get it
too long.
They're not
there's
going to get it done in
there you
time. I wonder if it's not just that. I wonder if it's also, spent so much goddamn money on them getting GT5 done. Let's leverage that work, because I mean, a lot of that is going to feed right into 6, right?
You'd think. Yeah.
It's just a way of recouping some of the cost, right? To get another game out.
Yeah, without doing all the engine work all over again.
Right.
What am I watching?
I have no idea.
Is that Nike?
I think they said, yeah, so, you know, these concept cars and...
I think this press conference is incredible so far.
all these weird concept cars, I believe, will be in the game. Is what he may have said.
What, just... Even still. What am I watching?
They should just go full Ridge Racer and just, I don't know, just have like, instead of Pac-Man with wheels, it's just a fucking shoe with wheels on it. It's a roller skate, the Air Jordan logo on it.
Where's the quality of the streamer better?
How many people watching?
I would have to bail out. I would suspect a lot. They'll probably put this out, right, as a piece of video, a high quality piece of video.
Yeah, probably.
Oops. Well, now I've done it.
Yep. Kick that over.
Oh.
Is this Snoop Dogg? Is this Dog Turismo 6? But look, I'm in first place, he says.
Oh, it's a driving game.
It seemed like the big thing they were pushing for with this was like suspension, realistic suspension, and how that would impact the handling and all that.
Oh no!
Why they're showing stuff like that, probably. I wonder, yeah. I wonder if this game will be any more warm or inviting than GT5 was. Which is like, for a game where all they talk about is passion for cars and stuff, like GT5 sure it didn't come across in any of the UI or the style or the feel of it. Like, I mean, obviously they were meticulous about their cars, they always are, but
not a lot of joy in that game.
Yeah, it felt like a game created by robots.
Very clinical. I seem to remember you describing it as like a driving game made in a hospital or something to that effect.
Yeah. December, so I'm missing. That'll be out after PS4 launch.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just. I wonder if that's just the European
It's a real
day.
pleasure to have a number of our automotive partners here in the audience today, but a particularly warm welcome to the creator of Gran Turismo,
Michael Jordan.
Kazunori Yamauchi.
Yeah, he's here.
You better eat your Wheaties. He's here, just trust us.
He's here, don't worry about it. We don't have a camera reverse shot.
With Kazunori here today, it's a great opportunity to confirm what you just saw. The GT6 will launch globally on PS3 on December the 6th this year.
That's like your post-Black Friday but pre-holiday shopping rush.
Yeah, that's like your Final Fantasy X or whatever.
Yeah, that's like the last week you can get something out.
He and Sony Pictures are currently developing a full-length feature film inspired by the GT franchise.
Don't shake your head, man.
In addition to capturing the adrenaline of the racing world, the film's human dimension will be inspired by
Aaron
GT
Paul going to be in this one too?
The Gran Turismo film will be brought to you by two of Hollywood's most respected producers, Michael De Luca and Donna Brunetti.
Ready.
But of course, GT6 is only part of the PS3 story in 2013.
One of those guys that you just mentioned.
We've been really proud of the innovation in new IP that we've brought to the platform in its 8th year.
A Gran Turismo movie makes about as much sense as like an
successful
Asteroids movie.
Yeah.
Sure. It's just like, here's this product that has no humans in it whatsoever.
Yep.
Or Beyond Two Souls from Quantum Green, the interactive drama featuring Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe, PlayStation continues to demonstrate its lasting commitment to the PS3 gamer. But when we talk about innovation in PS3, it's not just about new IP. Little Big Planet has fast become one of PlayStation's best loved and most iconic franchises, with millions of consumers enjoying millions of community creative levels. We're very pleased to announce today that Little Big Planet Hub, a new free-to-play service for PlayStation 3, will launch later this year.
Okay.
Imagine if I gave you something free to play with and dropped in a bunch of like-minded chums.
All right.
In fact, imagine a whole community of happy little sack chums. Imagine if we gave you instant access to a continuous supply of wonderful things to do and let you buy other fun stuff at the touch of a button. Imagine if you had access to a jam-packed wardrobe filled to the brim with costumes and accessories, where you could create a whole new you.
Imagine if we took Little Big
and then
Planet
share
2
your
and
favorite
split the parts
ensembles
out into
with your friends,
things you could
or
buy.
even choose to buy them
Oh,
there
hopefully
and
it'll be
then.
new.
Imagine if
not
you
just
could
that.
compete in exciting
I mean,
challenges.
he's specifically saying buy every time he says it.
Well, at least they're being upfront about it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Set
imagine
your
this free
very
thing
own
that you could buy
challenges
stuff
for
in.
other
Like,
sections.
I can imagine that.
Imagine if we gave you a
Can you stretch your
Right there with you,
creativity?
man. Locked in.
levels and games. And then you could share your
I think
wonderful creations with the rest of the world.
Makes perfect sense, right?
Yes,
for this property.
A Little Big Planet kind of ongoing service makes way more sense than putting out another disc and coming up with another batch of single-player levels and
This
stuff
is like the
that.
natural
Like,
evolution of what this thing is.
Accessible for everyone.
Blah.
How exciting. And what do we call this magical world of wonderment? We
Little
call
Bi
it
Planet.
The Little Big Planet Hub.
Sure.
Perfect.
They should do that.
Yeah.
First packs available for Little Big Planet Hub, Grand Theft Auto 5.
And finally, 2013 sees the return of
AK-47.
Grand Theft Auto for the PlayStation 3. GTA 5 launches on September 17th. And I'm pleased to announce, as part of the partnership with Rockstar Games on GTA 5, we will be introducing from launch a PS3 hardware bundle and a custom-designed Pulse Elite headset. Both the hardware bundle and the headset are exclusive to PlayStation. And, starting on Friday, any PS3 gamer who pre-orders GTA 5 from the PlayStation Store will receive 75% off any Rockstar title in addition to the pre-order DLC. We have all these great PS3 games available for you to play on our stand here at Gamescom, and I really urge you to go check them out.
thing to do.
Yeah. Wait, did he just say that GTA 5 was going to be playable there?
Moving now to PlayStation.
He said we have a lot of great games.
He said a lot of great
A
games.
little over,
These
a
great
little over a
games.
year
Okay.
after
Yeah,
launch,
I'm not
consumers can
100% sure.
access over 900 games for the platform, of which almost 150 were built from the ground up for PlayStation Vita. It's this breadth and depth of catalog that has allowed us to introduce the
Drunken
PlayStation
Dave Lang
Mega
stumbles
Pack
out on stage, grabs
European market.
the guy, just shouts, "Buy my product!" Pushes him over.
Each Mega Pack includes between 6 and 10 games and provides an affordable point of access to PS Vita.
Wait.
Software bundles.
I'm pleased to announce today 3 new Mega Packs for the European market. Retailing at €35, Mega Packs are available as standalone software with an 8 GB memory card or as part of a hardware bundle.
He's staring at me.
That's
But let's talk now about what's coming in the future for PlayStation Vita.
3 games
From
and a
third
memory
parties
card?
in coming months, we have Batman
weird.
Arkham Origins Blackgate from Warner Brothers, bringing legendary characters from the Arkham universe to a portable platform
that seems
for
cool.
the first time. Also from Warner Brothers, Lego Marvel, featuring over 150 characters from the Marvel universe. Football Manager from Sega, offering the PC Classic mode
Yes!
for the first time
All
on
right.
a portable device. And finally, Borderlands 2 from 2K, the first-person
Weird,
role-playing.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, sure.
First-person role-playing
like me.
shooter that ushered in a new era of loot and shoot when it released last year. It will be making its portable debut on PlayStation Vita. We always knew PS Vita was a developer-friendly device, but we've been really taken aback by the way that the indie development community has embraced the platform. PlayStation's commitment to the indie
Definitely more
sector has
exciting.
been
It's like,
firm
yeah,
and
Borderlands 2,
consistent.
like, yeah, that's cool.
To
That
demonstrate
makes
that
business
commitment,
sense.
I'm
That's
pleased to
a chart
announce
that you look at and go,
highly
yeah,
anticipated
naturally.
Starbound
But-
from Chucklefish, the smash hit Fez from Phil Fish, and the sequel to one of the most highly rated shooters of all time, Velocity 2X from Future Lab, will all be coming to PS
Fez?
Vita and
Is that
PS4 this year.
Fez for Vita?
These are but 3 from a long list of indie games heading to PS
I mean, Phil
Vita.
Fish was out
Watch
there
this
talking about
space
porting
for
like
more
crazy.
Vita indie
So,
story. On PlayStation Vita, our goal is to broaden its appeal and to make ownership as accessible as possible. I'm therefore pleased to announce that as of tomorrow, the RRP of PS Vita will be €199 in Europe and $199 in North America.
Oh, it's the same
that's
amount.
just a full-on price drop, huh? That's probably about time, right? It's been out for like, what, year and a half?
Yeah, you figure it's been out for a while. It's not they're doing great.
Yeah,
You know,
coming up on
do
a
something
holiday.
about it.
Yeah.
PS Vita memory cards
All right, Vinny, it's
in
time.
most regions.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
He says, I believe he said they're cutting the price on memory cards.
Oh, wow. Well, they fucking should.
And with
Ads
that,
are
I'll hand
ridiculous.
over to Michael Denny, Senior Vice President of our European studios, to take you through some of the great first-party games that we have coming on PlayStation Vita.
Vinny, are you in?
Well, I don't know. You guys were seeding rumors of revisions.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, if they still have a price cut to get out of the way here, that's probably it.
Yeah, I think they would have shown it by now.
Thank you, everyone.
Hi.
Last year, here at Gamescom, I had the privilege of announcing 5 brand new IPs.
Looking right at me.
Worldwide
That guy looks
Studios
like he
producing new IPs
would
to ensure
smile
new experiences
while
for all our
your
games.
throat gets cut.
This year, I'm excited to be able to
Yeah.
continue that theme.
He's got
by
that look
introducing
about him.
7 more new and exclusive PlayStation titles. Last year, Vita took center stage, showcasing how developers are using Vita's innovative feature set to push the boundaries of portable gaming. In particular, we were proud to unveil Killzone Mercenary, which demonstrates Vita's ability to deliver a first-person shooter
That
with
you don't
true
want to play.
home
Oh.
console quality graphics and gameplay. Also, the incredibly tactile
Played some of
and
that.
charming
I guess they have a
tearaway from
multiplayer
Media
beta. Maybe
Molecule,
that's
I played-
better. But
which
like,
deservedly
played some of it also
won
at
the
E3
Critics'
and
Choice
was
Award
not
for best
impressed.
handheld game at E3.
The frame rate wasn't great.
yeah.
And we will
Like,
continue
playing
to
shooters on
expand
that
our
thing is
varied
not the
library of
best.
games for Vita by exploring new and diverse experiences. At Worldwide Studios, we pride ourselves on working with the most creative talent from around the world. So we were delighted when we had the opportunity to meet with startup Italian developer Oversonico, led by talented industry veterans Massimo Guarini and Gianni Ricciardi. It's my privilege to announce Oversonico's first title, Murasaki Baby. The game is specifically designed around the Vita touch control. It's an intensely emotional and tactile experience where you take your character by the hand, navigating the perils of a nightmare fantasy world. Let's take a look.
What time does this thing start? Like 10 after?
Yeah, something like that.
Assume it's an hour.
Yeah, probably.
There's definitely still time for some PS4 stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
gosh.
sure. Yeah.
Oops.
Wow. Huh. That looks cool. That less cool.
They said it was designed for the touch control.
It's more the mouth on the top
Got
of
a
the
mouth
head.
in her forehead.
Just try not to think about it.
Huh. The art style's really cool, though.
Ah, all right. I'm with you. Too creepy. Someone should remake
Whoa.
Ganbare Neo Poke-kun for the Vita. The weird Neo Geo Pocket like life simulator thing, or you just kind of fucked with a dude who hung out in a little dog-looking creature.
Yeah.
That hung out in a room, and you made his life miserable to make him build you video games.
Man, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Saying I
play
should get a
that.
Vita?
Yep, now's the time. Turn
Jump
the Vita,
in.
turn the Vita upside down to change the gravity, or make him fall down. It was super cool.
And put her mouth right.
Right.
Like, it's nice to see some actual
Now for
Vita
something
exclusive
completely
stuff that looks good.
We all love music, and music festivals are playing an ever-increasing role in the way many of us choose to experience our favourite performers. Taking inspiration from these festivals, I would like to introduce a new free-to-play game called Big Fest. In Big Fest, you create, build, and manage the ultimate music festival
Wow.
with the goal of becoming the world's greatest music promoter. We partnered with online music portal Jamendo to bring real-world unsigned bands to your festival stages. Players have the chance to discover and promote the world's next big supergroup within the game. And who knows, maybe help them on their way to real-world stardom.
So, wait, okay.
Random idea for a game.
So you build a festival, you put unsigned bands on there, and then that's like a popularity meter that might get them.
Sounds cool. Can't wait to see their Juggalo facsimile.
No, they'd be real bands. That's the thing.
Oh, wait.
Like what he's making it sound like is that real unsigned bands will get promoted
weird.
in.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So then the bands will come in and go like, "You need to build a stage for us to
Oh,
play on in the
man.
game,
This is super
so that we
crazy.
can be more popular in real life."
Yeah. Okay, so this is not just some kind of
this
game dev
is
story.
Just,
like
this is a music
cutesy.
promotion.
Like this is
tool.
This is really weird.
I wonder where they get the call the bands from.
Is that Jamendo or whatever that said powered by?
Oh, okay.
Some site
that,
probably.
Have you heard of that before?
No,
Is that just like a? It's one of a zillion like host your bands,
Probably,
like press
probably.
info and music things. Huh. That's really crazy.
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like what's that music sharing room thing? I can't turntable.
Yeah, turntable.
Yeah,
maybe. Thank you.
Sure.
So new games like Big Fest and Murasaki Baby further demonstrate how we will continue to encourage our developers to bring their new ideas to life, helping to ensure that PlayStation fans will continue to taste a wide variety of new and innovative experiences. And it's not just the WWF teams that are finding Vita a great platform on which to bring their ideas to life. As Jim mentioned earlier, the indie community has also embraced Vita, which will ensure an ever-growing library of new experiences for portable gaming fans everywhere. Let's take a look at why the indie community is so excited by Vita.
Because there hasn't ever been a portable gaming machine that has been this friendly to internet development before. End of story.
Of creativity, of just inspiration right now coming out of the PlayStation camp.
Dave Grohl's getting into
People are
indie game
flocking
development.
to PlayStation because they see an easy path to get their idea in front of gamers. And
Oh.
so it's just attracting
Put that thing on my
attention,
face.
a lot of
Whoa.
excitement,
Whoa.
a lot of passion. And this is where things are happening right now.
With some mobile platforms, you know, we had to like make concessions to really awful phones out there, and making games for the Vita is just so much easier, where we know exactly what's going on with them. Super easy and wonderful.
The Vita is a wonderful device that really fills a gap in the handheld market. It has a whole ton of stuff behind the scenes that really lets you do other crazy stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to do.
I like the idea of a dedicated device. As a gamer, I just like that the PlayStation Vita isn't trying to be anything else. It means that I can create
to
very
play Thomas Was
complex
Alone.
interactions.
I have not. I have a copy of it. I just haven't.
Network stuff.
What's it out on? First, it
I
came
believe
out
it's out on Vita.
first,
Yeah.
but then it came out on some other stuff too. Right?
It's on Steam.
Yeah, I thought so.
All kinds of features that sort of
Oh, no.
enhance the
It's like I have it on my Vita right
It's
now.
a great way to just have fun with friends, where each person who's playing has control of their own
Yay!
screen. Playing on Vita is one of the main ways for me to play now.
Who made that?
Playing in my bed with a screen, right here, and it just feels great.
I like the audio video desync. Like it makes it all look real.
Yeah.
Do to make this
Oh, I
radio
need to-
sync,
I need to get
tuning
Spelunky
the
on the Vita.
controls to feel as silky smooth as possible. And that's what Velocity is all about. It's about the feel of the game and mastering those mechanics.
It's a great fit for our game because we have lots of real-time shadows, which requires quite a lot of visual processing. When you combine the
is
beautiful
a
shadows
stealth
that we've
ink,
got
right?
with the crisp screen that the Vita's got, you've got
yes.
this incredibly beautiful thing.
That was cool.
Just begs to be played.
That's out,
Something
I
about
think.
that screen
Really?
that just makes it look so special. And to us, to see the amount of
Chick
love
beat.
and work and dedication poured into this game on that Vita screen, it's just the best way for us to show
I
the
have
game.
some
It
doubts
just
about.
seems like it's
Yeah.
coming to life there.
As an indie, there's a fear that you're not interesting to a console manufacturer because we make little games with a kind of a very niche
Wow.
audience.
The desync
But
is getting pretty extreme.
We can actually target our audience and we can bring out games that do pretty well on the platform and that we have a value in doing so.
Well, I think it's obvious that the Sony team got a great passion for games, and this isn't
The amount
something
of time that
that
went into
they've
creating
just
this
discovered.
butterfly
They've
flying
developed a
around
passion.
Vita thing.
They want to support first, and they want to try and help developers realize
Big companies,
everything
man.
properly.
Yep.
There's a shared goal,
but
and everyone, if we can work together,
bet they
we can
farmed this
create some
video
great
out.
things together.
It's similar to the style they had at their E3 press conference with the cutout, like they had cutout people and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
That motif was there.
Thank you.
$200 with like the stuff that's
Okay.
available now and the stuff
Yeah.
that they've kind of talked about. Like that
Yeah.
starts to sound pretty good.
Earlier
Sure.
this year.
As long as you're
And I look forward to updating you on Worldwide
interested in
Studios
playing anything on a
activities
handheld
on
ever, I
PlayStation
guess.
4 later. But first, I would like to invite our lead system architect to join us. As a result of Mark Cerny's focus On ease of access and ease of development as essential pillars of our next-gen vision, PlayStation 4 has been embraced by the development community. This, in turn, has resulted in an upsurge in creativity, promising much richer and diverse next-gen experiences for all our gamers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mark Cerny.
Did they just cut the applause?
Cut the applause.
They
weird.
It sounds like they cut the mics.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. So this February in New York, after 5-year development, we were finally able to reveal to the world our newest home console, the PlayStation 4. And we had a number of goals in mind when developing the hardware. We knew that performance would be critical, so we set our target at 10 times the performance of any previous console, and the result
We knew
is
it
a
was do
hardware
or
that makes
die for
possible
large
the
swaths of
stunning
the company.
graphics and rich interactive worlds of the games that you're seeing today.
Well, to be fair, you know,
PlayStation
they swung
4
for the
is
fences.
the world's
Totally.
most powerful
Yeah, man.
game
In pretty much every way, because what do they got
we
to
also
lose?
knew that to satisfy gamers, we need to bring the very best
That's the most
games
exciting
to the
part.
platform.
Yeah,
So
it seems like they're doing
during
it.
the development
Kinda
of the hardware, we
seeing
toured
an
the world,
organization sort of backed into a
conversing in
corner,
depth with
just
game
fucking
creators
coming out
about
swinging.
What sort of features
Give it
set
another
they
8,
would
9
like to
years
see
when
in the next
Nintendo gets
generation
there.
of
See what happens.
Yeah, sure.
And this collaborative approach extended to the design of the controller as well, as we fine-tuned it in many ways, making it more accurate, more responsive, and a more ideal controller for first-person shooters. Through these close relationships with some of the best teams in the world,
First-person shooters.
What are you
we've
gonna do?
been
Like,
able
it's
to
just-
architect a
like,
product
yeah,
that
I know.
truly is
Number one complaint
by
against that
game
thing.
creators for
Playing
game
shooters on
creators,
it
that
was worse.
combines very large processing power with remarkable ease of game development. And gamers will be
Also,
thrilled
all these little
by
people
how
live
some
inside
of
the
the biggest
PlayStation
games in the business are leveraging this accessibility to bring blockbuster games to platforms such as Watch Dogs, Destiny, and Killzone. The result is the strongest launch lineup in PlayStation history.
There you go, Brad.
And our launch and launch
I'd
window
buy it.
lineup shows
I'd buy one.
great
I don't-
breadth and diversity.
I mean, I'm going
because
to
the supercharged
at some
PC
point,
architecture of the platform has eased
I don't want
development
to play
for
a single
smaller
game
teams
that's
as well.
launching on it.
It's both quicker to bring indie titles to PlayStation 4 and quicker to develop them on the platform. Indie brings us a vital dimension. Being the best place to play has always meant supporting a broad variety of game experiences, whether that be Parappa the Rapper on the original PlayStation or last
don't
year's
fucking do
Journey
this to
on
me,
the
man.
PlayStation.
Launch with a new Parappa,
As
I'm
Adam
in.
Boyes says, we want to provide gamers with an endless variety
Oh,
of
he's quoted
beautiful,
now.
challenging and fantastic experiences.
And he comes
And
breakdancing
the
out on the
passion
stage.
of teams
You Ray!
transforming that goal into reality.
Descends from a wire.
We've been taking the launch of PlayStation 4 as an opportunity to elevate the presence and visibility of these indie teams.
It's so weird
still
how
further.
often they will
On
invoke
the
the name of
technology
Parappa,
side,
given how
we
little
now
they have
support
done
Unity.
with Parappa
On the business
in the
side,
last,
we
like,
fully
10 years.
support
I think they just like the
self-publishing
idea of
across all
Parappa and where they
platforms.
were at
So
that
it's
point, like
sure.
willing to
Sure.
put out games like that.
creative
Yeah, absolutely.
financial
And like nailing it when they did.
We're also supporting indie development financially in many ways through loaner dev kits, our incubation program, and from direct support from the pub
There's the
funds.
man in the orb.
And of course, we've been reaching out to the most
ride that
innovative
thing.
teams as
Looks
well,
fun.
looking to ensure that their latest projects make their exclusive console debut on PlayStation platforms. As a consequence, we believe that a renaissance of gaming is coming on PlayStation 4. Heavy content will thrive on the platform, but in many ways will also be returning to the creative freedom and broad content that made the early years of PlayStation so unforgettable. And to tell you about a number of
That's a fucking
exciting
good
titles
pitch, man.
making their
That's a
debut
really
on
good pitch.
PlayStation platforms,
Yeah.
please welcome Shahid Ahmad.
Because they've got enough legacy at this point. That, like when they say, you're like, yeah, man, PlayStation 1 was crazy.
Yeah.
Cult classic.
So, Mark has been working closely with developers on the PS4's architecture. Meanwhile, an indie development revolution is happening. We've been listening to indies. We've asked them what it means to be an indie.
Say indie 5 more times.
Indie means freedom. Imagine the freedom to create what you want, the freedom to release when you want, and the freedom to choose the device.
This is European
you want.
Adam Boyes? Is this what's going on?
Tonight, I want to show you a few examples of how, at PlayStation, we're working to become the place indies prefer to be.
Like this guy with
This
his
year's Indie
weird
Smash
beard.
by Teddy and Kenny Lee. If you die, your not quite perfect children get to avenge you, or die trying. Our fans have told us loud and clear that they want this game on PlayStation.
Oh man.
Who are we to disagree?
Great.
So I'm pleased to announce that Rogue Legacy by Celador Games will make its console exclusive debut on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita next year.
It's a good get.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Edmund Macmillan has made a career of pouring himself into twisted worlds. He's shared his full vision for Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and Nicholas are completely remaking this smash hit, adding a whole new game's worth of content. Binding of Isaac Rebirth will make its console-exclusive debut on PS4 and PS Vita next spring, and for PlayStation Plus customers, it will be available at no additional cost. Mayor and Reagan, the tiny team at Metanet Software, have been working tirelessly on the final and definitive installment of their amazingly addictive N series. N++ will feature innovative new multiplayer modes, thousands of handcrafted levels, and the
just
tools
come out and
to
said they were
create,
working on a new
share,
N.
and compete worldwide across endless levels of your own. N++ will debut exclusively on PS4 this winter.
No, they were like, you didn't say Vita, fuck you.
Now, the
They're all
award-winning
sold on
Thomas
Vita.
of the Lone catapulted Mike Bithell into global stardom. It also gave him the opportunity to devote his time and talent to continue making exactly what he wanted. Volume is a game about being heard, where you can create, remix, and share worlds. And we don't know quite where Mike's going with Volume, but that's the whole point. It's up to him. We're just proud that he's chosen PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita for
Look,
Volume's world-exclusive debut next year.
I think he's building a game.
All the fully fledged stuff got announced at E3. Now we're just like,
Howard Sau and his
this guy's
team
doing
at
something.
Muse Games are ambitious. Pursuing their vision, refusing constraints, they've continued to evolve and refine their dream project, where you pilot a variety of majestic airships through the war-torn skies of a gritty steampunk universe. We're happy to announce that Guns of Icarus Online will make its console-exclusive debut on PlayStation 4. Now, if ever a developer was an indie icon, it's Vlambeer, creators of Super Crate Box, Ridiculous Fishing, and Luftrausers. JW and Rami sometimes sketch out ideas at game jams, and some of these ideas turn into fully developed games. Their latest
Sometimes their stuff gets
is
stolen.
Wasteland
Now this
Kings,
developer is turning
which
that
they
into a
describe as roguelike-like, which I'm really excited to say is going to be making its console-exclusive debut on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita next year. And finally, Hotline Miami by Denison Games has been one of the outstanding success stories from the indie world. It blends a powerful story with razor-sharp action and one of the greatest soundtracks in video game history. We worked with Devolver and Denison to ensure that Hotline Miami was best on Vita. This freed Denison Games to focus on Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number, which we're absolutely thrilled to say is going to be making its console-exclusive debut on PlayStation 4 and, of course, PlayStation Vita next year.
Got me. Got me. Oh. And Xbox One. What? No, Vita.
Now, these are just some of the great games coming first to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita over the coming year. You know, at PlayStation, we make no secret of how much we love indie games, or of how proud we are to work with some of the most talented and creative developers in the world. We want to bring their best ideas to PlayStation, the best place to play. And now I'd like to hand back to Michael Denny to update us on where worldwide studios are going to be taking the PS4. Thank you.
Cut that applause.
Need a more seamless fade between mics, I guess, huh?
I don't know.
PlayStation 4's architecture has underpinned our shared vision for a system designed for gamers by gamers. so that no matter what the idea, big or small, as long as it's compelling and fun, PlayStation 4 will provide the perfect platform. And echoing the thoughts of the indie community, never before have our teams had so much freedom to bring such a wide variety of creative ideas to life. Worldwide Studios comprises 14 studios spanning 3 continents. Each of these studios has an essential role to play in our future,
we got about another
with
year
all
or
of them
so
now
before the
working
term
on
indie has
PlayStation
to go
4,
away 'cause it doesn't make any
including
sense
yet to
anymore.
be announced titles from Santa Monica, Media Molecule, and Naughty Dog. We also have a large network of over 50 multi-talented external teams producing exclusive games for PlayStation platforms. And it's not just the quantity of new experience that's important to us, but also the wide geographical and cultural spread of content it brings. And over half of these teams are based here in Europe, where we are privileged to work with some of the best talent from the UK, France, Spain, Italy, Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, Poland, and here in Germany, allowing our gamers to experience a wide variety of cultural and gameplay influences from around Europe. As Shahid mentioned, the indie community has been a great inspiration to our teams at Worldwide Studios. We get a tremendous buzz when indies that have already demonstrated their amazing creativity to the world choose to work with us to produce exclusive content for PlayStation. And I'm pleased to say that one of those teams is the Chinese Room, an award-winning studio from the UK, already known for thought-provoking experiences that have a lasting impact on the player. So it's great to have the opportunity to introduce their latest work with this short trailer, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Pretty good name.
That's, yeah, pretty to the point. Please just show the trailer.
Yeah, we gotta have a shoulder in the shot. Make sure.
Dude.
Yeah.
Can't have a font that clean on a screen and say it's 1984, man. Come on.
Yeah. What if this is like? What if this is like God's command line, man?
Whoa. You'd probably have pretty smoothed out fonts in a terminal window.
In the United Kingdom is safer than any other. Keep the doors shut. Do not go outside the house until you are told it is safe.
Is that TV plugged in?
Ghost power! I should probably close that.
Come on.
Dude, really? You think these things are just... I saw a lot of complaints about that stuff at E3 too. Like,
Thank you.
You think these press conferences are just produced by people who don't play video games?
Maybe.
In a lot of cases, yeah.
Everybody's Gone to the Rapture promises to be just as moving and intense. Next
A little
is a
too
new
in love
game
with their
from
own gym
talented
shop.
Yeah,
Spanish
totally.
developer Tequila Works. Rime is an open-world adventure game which takes us on a voyage of discovery and danger as we're drawn into the mystery of a civilization once immensely powerful but inexplicably brought to ruin. Let's take a look at some early footage that shows the team's ambition.
Looks really nice.
Yeah. By the way, we decided to call this game The Last Guardian. I don't know. We just figured at this point.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Rayman. This is all
Thank you.
PS4, I assume?
Yeah.
Crossplay between platforms has proved a great feature for PlayStation gamers. So I'm pleased to announce a new cross-platform title called Helldivers from Arrowhead Studios, the talented Swedish team behind the indie mega hit Magicka. Teamwork is the key to survival in this cooperative squad-based shooter that will bring thrilling multiplayer action to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita. Let's take a look.
All three.
Free space.
Never did play Magicka.
Oh, that game's awesome. It's so dumb.
So does this strike you as a sci-fi, more serious?
I don't know. Maybe.
Gun Magicka?
Not really.
No, Magicka was all about combining those spells and elementals.
Yeah, Magicka is this really
elements.
weird free form, just like cramming different spells together to see what comes out.
That looks like 4-person dual joystick shooter.
Yeah, that looks way more straightforward.
Maybe you've got to go
Thank you.
each other or something.
Yeah.
Every PlayStation console has delivered great arcade shoot-em-ups, and PlayStation 4
I didn't realize
will be no
Tequila
exception.
Works is the Deadlight people.
Finnish-based developer Housemarque have proved their credentials in this
Yeah.
genre, with the acclaimed Super Stardust being one of the graphical standout titles at launch of PlayStation 3. Their new title, Resogun, is a pure arcade action shooter for the next-generation gamer, with addictive, challenging gameplay and, of course, massive explosions to match.
Who is it?
It's the Super Stardust.
Oh, cool.
Weird. Defender?
Yeah, huh.
Oh, stream compression.
So like a Defender smart bomb then?
Yeah.
To convey the way that Defender looped around, you put it on a obvious circle.
Yeah, like kind of rotating around an axis.
Yeah.
This is your Super Stardust Geometry Wars launch game, crazy particle effect shooter downloadable.
I wonder what the dates on some of this stuff will be.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I'm
compression.
going to show you the name of the game, but no. Yeah, that's the video compression is not like that. One bit.
Whoa, what?
Whoa.
What?
Okay.
We brought Psygnosis back from the dead.
For playing great games from
Here you
different
go.
eras. So I'd now like to share our next-gen vision for an iconic Amiga game, fondly remembered for its best-in-class graphics, music, and
Who's
unique
doing
art
it?
style. It's my pleasure to introduce Shadow of the Beast, reimagined for PlayStation 4.
By who? By fucking who?
By Sony.
This is 100% the right place to announce this project.
Yeah, totally. Pretty similar style, right?
Yeah.
Like it looks like.
Yep.
Pretty much what that game looked like, right?
Yeah. I mean,
art style wise.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the
that is
similar
Beast of Shadow of the Beast.
Right. Similar character design. I mean.
Yeah. Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, we're getting to the point now where you really can't tell if something is like in-game assets, you know, if that's actual game footage.
Now let's take a brief look
or some
at
kind of
the
teaser.
Worldwide Studios titles that we previously announced.
Okay, seriously.
At E3, some of you may have seen a demo we presented called the Playroom. It's a great example of how PlayStation
Any press
4
releases are hitting for this
supports
stuff.
a variety of unique
I'm
gameplay
curious
styles.
about developers and such.
And how the DualShock 4 and PlayStation Camera can work together to create innovative and fun new experiences. And to enable everyone to join in the fun, I'm pleased to confirm the Playroom will be pre-installed on every PlayStation 4 from launch.
What is
Let's
Playroom?
take a look.
I feel that he said it was at E3. I don't remember anything
yeah,
about
I'm not-
this.
Wait. Is that? Oh yeah, is that the camera?
Yeah, he was just talking about the camera. And
That's the thing where there were some videos getting out after E3 of people doing camera tech demo stuff, right? Yeah, that's what they were. Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, so it's, you know. It's kind of the PS4 version of Kinect Fun Labs or whatever. You know, here's a bunch of cool tech demos mashed into a thing.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
So pre-installed then. It's like the rabbits, but different. Remember, they're in the controller. That was a good time. Look at that bottle. What? You're getting wet.
Does that camera have a name?
They call it the PlayStation 4i or something. I don't know. PS4i.
They haven't said anything about like when that's coming out, have they?
I assumed it would be out at launch. I mean, if that's going to come pre-installed on every PS4.
Oh, did it say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think there was a
From the
press
Second Son,
on Amazon
Sucker
or something.
Weird.
It's been exciting both gamers and the press alike, having already been nominated for over 20 awards. As the team continues to push the gameplay and visual boundaries of the infamous franchise, I'm pleased to be able to share with you a new trailer showing the progress the title is making on its way to its PlayStation 4 debut.
My name is Abigail Walker, but my friends and enemies call me Fetch. I've never hurt an innocent person in my life.
Hey, Reg, that conduit struck again.
I don't have a PS4 by the time this comes out. I will probably get one for this.
And then I'll scope it out.
This looks pretty good.
That's 2 out of 3.
Yeah, this looked really awful.
Delson, you all right, brother? What happened? Come on, get up, get up. I know just where to put filth like this, and she won't be hurting anybody else. What do you think I'm doing with the DUP? When it comes to conduits, it's my call. Not yours, not ours, mine.
Motion comics!
Turned into a motion comic at the end.
You know, all of those games have always had that.
Yeah.
For the most of the storytelling stuff.
Well, now he can steal electricity. You see that? He's like, rogue.
That's the whole thing, yeah. That's this whole thing is that he steals powers from other people.
Spoilers, thanks again,
So we're
Brad.
super excited for all of our
Yep.
teams who are creating launch
All right.
window titles for
Why even
PlayStation,
buy the
those
game
pants
now?
down, Drive Club's
including
coming.
Drive Club from Evolution Studios,
Actually, now's my
Nash
chance
from
to
Mark
run to the
Cerny
bathroom.
and our Japan studio, and The Order 1886 from Ready at Dawn, which was announced recently at
Yeah.
E3
Bathroom when Drive
and will
Club
launch in
comes on.
2014. And last, but by no means least, from the multi-award-winning Guerrilla Studio in Amsterdam, Killzone Shadowfall, which promises to be
Didn't
a
even
new
bother.
launch title for PlayStation 4.
Faked you out.
As you saw in the opening user interface demo, the game has a spectacular
Wasn't Drive Club
multiplayer
supposed to
mode.
be launched? Didn't you just
So
say
just before I hand back to
2014?
Jim,
really?
I would like to leave you with some new multiplayer
supposed to
footage of Killzone Shadowfall. Thank you.
Wait, so no date? Are they going to just
Oh, I don't know.
And walk away on this?
Well, maybe he's leaving you with this. Before Adam Boys comes out and shit gets real.
Knives only, there you
Knives
go.
only.
Nope.
Oh, I don't know.
Knives
Like,
only.
it seems like they're making some good changes to the Killzone formula. I was just having a hard time getting excited about another Killzone.
Oh, stream.
Oh, yeah, it does seem like a real different type of game
It does.
than the
Well,
past couple have been.
At least a somewhat different type of game.
You know, it's a little more open.
Yeah.
Like it almost felt like more of a
little more Far Cry.
A little more Far Cry.
A little more Far Cry.
Maybe not full on open world like Far Cry.
A little less Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, kind of choosing how you attack your objectives and stuff. Obviously, this is multiplayer, so.
I wonder if they'll make the aiming and stuff snappier to kind of split the difference. I didn't mind it, but I know a lot of people had, you know, the mushy kind of.
Yeah, I didn't.
They ended up making. They released patches for Killzone
really?
2 to try and get it closer to what people were looking for.
I never loved the way those games played.
Oh yeah, who's coming out?
So 15 new PS4 games announced today, all of which are console exclusive to PS4 at their launch.
15?
At E3, we presented our
Rogue
plans
Legacy
for
and stuff like
entertainment
that?
services on PS4. Over the past few years, we've come to understand that gamers really value being able to use their consoles to watch movies, use catch-up TV, and listen to music.
Catch-up TV?
It remains a fundamental part of our
TV.
strategy to offer these services as a core component of our basic PlayStation Network service package, available to all and not placed behind a subscription gate.
Sucker.
One such service coming to PS4 is Twitch, the world's leading video platform and community for gamers.
Wait, thought we did
which will allow you to enjoy
this is
live
probably just a
streaming of
viewer.
gameplay using the spectate feature that you saw demonstrated by Shu at the start of the show. And as we're here in Europe, I wanted to take the opportunity to announce that we have over 20 video services and applications coming to PS4 in this region, and including for our German hosts, Watchever and Maxstone. As we mentioned at E3, Sony's Music Unlimited service will be available on day one for PlayStation 4. I'm pleased to announce that we've enhanced Music Unlimited specifically for PS4 through a new interface that is faster, simpler, and better, enabling gamers to discover new artists.
Is that
and songs
different from,
within
what
the
was that
global
service they
catalog
had?
of 22 million
Curiosity or
tracks.
whatever?
I think this is that's
In addition, we've added two new features that many
changed the name already?
PlayStation gamers have requested.
Brand was around for like
First,
6 months
the
or something.
ability to listen to music in the background while playing
forget.
games. And second, we're making it easier than ever to access Music Unlimited, even when you're not in the application. Just press the PS button on the DualShock 4 and a quick navigation bar will appear that enables you to skip and pause tracks and control the volume of the music. Another area that we recognize as key to getting full enjoyment from the socially connected PS4 experience is broadband. Europe's a great place to live.
We were thinking
but as all of us
we hook it
know,
up to the internet. I don't know.
broadband can be an issue.
You tell me.
in many
Hear those
parts of the
cable
continent.
modems getting pretty fast.
You don't have
Average
to. Fuck, you
consumer
know what?
broadband speed around 5 megabits per second. In order to give gamers the best online gaming experience, PlayStation is entering into strategic partnerships with some of Europe's leading ISPs. And I'm pleased to announce tonight that the first partnerships will be with Deutsche Telekom, Orange, Virgin Media, and Ono.
What does that mean?
Are they doing?
Our plan is to offer a range of broadband packages to PS4 gamers that include reserved parts of the pipe for gaming, broadband speeds of up to 200 megabits per second, and attractive PS4 and PlayStation Plus offerings. And I look forward to sharing more details
That's a
about
lot
these
of
partnerships as
megabits.
well as
Yeah, what are you even gonna do with
additional
that?
Download
partners
games.
in the coming weeks and months.
Yeah, assuming that they build a network that can saturate that.
Well, Europe has a lot of fiber and
Screen.
stuff.
I mean, if they're doing like Gaikai shit, you're gonna
Yeah,
need
sure.
dedicated.
Yeah, that's
Another of
those
the ways
are
in which
lofty
we've worked really
promises.
hard to provide
PSN
value to
as it
gamers
exists
has
now
been through PlayStation
is-
Plus and
is
its instant game collection.
like a
Providing PlayStation gamers
compared to
across
that, it's a
PS3,
fraction of those
PS4, and PS Vita with access to more than a dozen games a month. All of these games having a Metacritic of 80 or more. And when you add in the numerous services that also come with PlayStation Plus, the price of just over €4 a month clearly represents extraordinary value. And to ensure that all PS4 gamers have a chance to discover PlayStation Plus, we will offer a free 14-day trial to any new PS4 owner with full access to the Instant Game Collection, including for day one on PS4, Drive Club PS Plus Edition, and Resogun, one of the new PS4 games that Michael introduced earlier.
Oh, so that's launching day one then, basically.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that game looks cool.
There's your Geometry Wars.
One title that we're
they get
really
enough
excited to be bringing to
PSN games out
PlayStation
like
Plus for PS3 owners in September is from Europe's leading publisher, Ubisoft. That title is Assassin's Creed 3, and it joins a long list of blockbuster titles available on PlayStation Plus.
I wonder if that is a strategic, like, those
And finally
guys
on
brought you
PlayStation
Assassin's
Plus,
Creed 2.
If you're thinking of signing up ahead of PS4, we have a
here's the
great
shocker.
offer for European
Assassin's Creed 2 is way better.
Yep.
Starting tomorrow and lasting for a month. If you sign up for a year via the PlayStation Store, PlayStation will add an additional 90 days to your membership.
Hey, that's cool.
I now want to spend some time talking about the lineup of third-party games that will be available at the launch of PS4.
They're really trying to get me to buy a
Bringing
Vita
Assassin's Creed 3 to
and a Plus
PlayStation
membership.
Plus members is only one example
You don't have Plus?
of how the
Nope.
strength of our partnership with Ubisoft is benefiting the PlayStation gamer. We're now going to focus on the blockbuster games from Ubisoft that will be there at launch and demonstrate the reasons why these games work best on PlayStation. First of
Like they
all,
did at
a
E3.
demonstration of Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, which will not only show a stunning new level of the game, but will also demonstrate the
It will
remote
not
play
crash.
feature, which allows a PS4 game
Is this
to be
happening right
played
now?
remotely on a PS Vita via
What?
Wi-Fi.
Did he say this is happening right now?
I think you said there's a demo.
The first part of the demo
Yeah.
will show the game on PS4. What you'll then see is the game being played on PS Vita using remote play. Now, an in-home illustration of this would be gamer in the lounge playing Black Flag on PS4.
In my lounge.
Yeah, in your lounge.
Partner comes into the lounge and wants to watch
Partner
some rubbish
comes into
on
the lounge.
television. So gamer has to go to the bedroom in a sulk and carry on with Black Flag using remote play on the PS Vita in complete peace and quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carl and Pascal to give a live demonstration of Assassin's Creed and remote play on PS4.
I'm really curious if that remote play stuff, like,
Thank you, Jim.
as it exists now, it goes over your Wi-Fi.
It's a pleasure to be
right?
here tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I'm
share
curious.
with you
If,
our
I'm really
Gamescom
curious if
demo
it's just
of
going to be a
Assassin's
point-to-point
Creed
directly from the Vita to the PS4, or you have to worry about where your router is and how good your Wi-Fi
get
is.
into
And
it.
stuff
I
like
thought
that.
they had an extra antenna in there specifically dedicated to
Connect straight to the PS4.
I mean, he was saying that the person left the lounge.
That would
to
be
go
the smart
play.
thing.
I don't remember the specs.
So, what will you do
Yeah,
with
this is a
your
great
share
angle
of
for
the
this.
gold we
Stay
take
on
from
this.
Governor
Yep.
Torres?
Stay on this.
Return to Africa, prince among men.
I cannot return to a place I've never been. I was born in Trinidad, a slave from my first breath.
Yeah. But wouldn't you feel, I don't know, more welcome there?
As you might feel more welcome in Paris.
Fair point.
The main character in this does not even appear in
With this
3,
skin
right?
and this voice, where can I go in the world and feel at ease?
You might run it. I don't know.
This
This
country
is
here
before.
is my best chance.
The guy with the
country
spyglass
called
right
Jackdaw.
there is the guy.
Where I know the names
Yeah,
of
you're
all
not
citizens
Connor.
and they know mine.
No, I know
We
that. I'm
work
saying
together.
that he doesn't even appear. I
Not
know this takes
always
place
out
way
of
before, but like he doesn't even show up
To
as
keep
an
our
old man,
country
right?
afloat.
I think I had a
Oh, does that character show
Yeah,
up
that's
in
what-
3?
he's not in 3 in any.
Oh, no, I don't. At least not that I knew. I don't know.
Citizens of Jackdaw.
I don't know. Check my wiki.
I wish this game did something for me.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's not stirring you in your
I don't
loins.
know.
Like, 3 was just so disappointing that I feel like I had this wait and see approach of like,
Yeah, not only that, but I mean they've resolved the kind of main arc of the series, you know, and it just sort of feels tacked on to some degree. I mean, you know, I know everybody loved the ship combat. Like,
I like the ship combat. I didn't like bombarding the fortifications. This part I actually did
I feel like calling this AC4 is a little specious.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just call it AC Black Flag. You know, make it its own thing. Like, don't even pretend that it's part of the core kind of lineage.
well, maybe it's got who knows what, you know, outside the Animus story stuff.
I
it may
think
have.
they've said that it's just like some Abstergo agent in there, and they're doing training or something. I might be wrong about that, but it sounded like they kind of that stuff was an afterthought.
Shoot that boat.
It just, you know, it is kind of weird with all these games coming out of Ubi Montreal that all have so many things in common, you know, between this and Far Cry and Watch Dogs now.
Yeah.
Like this sort of open world DNA is in like all of their games. Like I don't know that I want to play all of them, you know.
Yeah.
If I was only going to play this or Watch Dogs, I'd totally do Watch Dogs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's me doing that.
So now someone else wants to use the television. Using remote play and his PlayStation Vita, Pascal will now take over the rest of the demo.
It'd be nice if I could get a shot of the actual Vita.
The gameplay's like jumping around.
What do you mean?
Like
a little skippy or something?
No,
Oh, there
like
you
they
go.
kept crossfading
All right,
between
that
like different parts of the level.
That looks pretty good. How do you account for the absence of two triggers?
You have to use touchscreen or rear touch.
Rear touch, maybe. Yeah. Still not as good though.
You know, when they put like older PlayStation games on this thing, they have the ability. They just kind of let you map what you want, I guess.
Weird.
So you can see situations where developers are coding with the Vita version in mind and offering an alternate control scheme of their own, or just a system-level generic profile that lets you map it how you want to map it.
Because I mean, this pretty much like out Wii U's the Wii U, right?
Well, hello, Your Excellency.
In a lot of ways.
I guess.
Are they saying every single PS4 game will be able to do this?
But your name was Boris.
They say
I
that?
thought that was the case.
Yeah.
Yes, I recall.
It was built in the system level to just
I
do
missed
it.
that one. So, what's a Templar Grand Master doing so far from his Castillo?
I'd rather not say.
Yeah, I wonder what the range on it will be.
That's why I was wondering about how it connects to the PS4, because if it's limited by your shitty Wi-Fi that's getting jacked by 20 other Wi-Fi networks, you know, it may not run super well.
What? What was that? You can't get direct feed out of that thing. Where'd you get that footage from? Liar.
Thank you, Pascal. Thank you, everyone.
Well, they'd be getting it out of
This
the PS4,
demo is
right?
available
I
to
don't
play
know. Can it
hands-on
do
on both
both?
the Ubisoft and Sony
Probably.
booths, so we hope to see most of you there over the week. Have a great Gamescom.
My Wii U won't even make it like 20 feet away past the wall.
Yeah, I think the Wii U controller's 5 gigahertz,
Doesn't the game
which
look
is
great?
real bad about penetrating
And I'm
walls and
pleased to
stuff.
say that
Or
you'll
not
be able
great,
to
at
play
least.
almost all PS4 games on your PS Vita using
almost all.
remote play via Wi-Fi
Okay.
in the way that was just demonstrated. A really great example of the power of the PlayStation ecosystem.
I wonder what the limits are.
I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know. Let's get loose.
Assassin's Creed is a franchise that has been associated
from
with
out of town?
PlayStation for many years now, and we're really pleased to continue our partnership with Ubisoft in 2013. I'd like to show a short video focusing on the level of the game that will be exclusive to both PS3 and PS4 at launch.
What game?
It's still Assassin's
Oh,
Creed.
jeez, man.
Just fades up. It's just more boats shooting at each other.
Boats.
Congratulations!
All right, screw this. Drew, I'll be back in a second.
I've crossed this world and still have been met with the same painful truth.
Burst out of
There are
here.
those who take and those who suffer. I realize now that freedom from such tyranny can only be achieved at the edge of a blade. This is my cause. This is why I must keep
What is it?
fighting.
Just like a separate little story, separate. I did not catch that little text there. So.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Said someone is back.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Aveline.
please welcome onto the stage to talk about
I
his
think it's-
games
she's
and
the
about the
Vita-
launch
she
of
must
the
be the Vita
PS4,
lady?
the
Or
co-founder and
Liberation?
CEO
Oh,
of Ubisoft, Yves Guillemot.
Oh, yeah, bring them out.
Yeah, come on, Eve. What a season.
What a season it has been.
Eve, lots of people here tonight. Gamescom's come a long way since the old
Let's
days
have some
of
good
Leipzig.
banter.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, when we will see this show this year, it's amazing compared with what we had a few years ago.
And Eve, you've been bugging me for
season
about
has
3
been good,
years
yes.
now about next gen. And when I look at Black Flag, I can see why. You still excited?
I'm extremely excited because
Not at all.
Assassin's Creed this year will
been a real
probably
shit
be
show.
the best and biggest we have ever
disappointed?
done. So I think it will show what the PS4 can do.
Now, you guys at Ubisoft have a terrific track record of bringing new IP at the time of platform launch, and it looks like this time round isn't going to be any different.
Yeah, the Watch Dogs game is going to be, I think, the best game of the show, probably. So I think you will see something in a few minutes that will tell you more about what it is, and it's really next gen.
And you have some more news to share with us about Watch Dogs.
Yes, I came today for a very important news.
You know what?
In fact,
We are canceling Watch Dogs.
partnering with Sony to create a blockbuster movie on Watch Dogs. So I think this will be very important for the industry, as those two companies that have been doing games. So the next movies will probably be different, and in 20 years when we meet, we will speak about that again to see what those two games and movies did to change the world.
Eve, thank you so much for taking the time to do this
I don't know
tonight.
what you said.
Okay.
Did you just basically say there's a Watch Dogs movie?
Yeah, he said there's Watch Dogs movie, and in 20 years we'll talk about it. I think that's what he said. I don't know. It's going to be so bad,
now,
no one's going to want to talk about it
Watch
for
Dogs
a couple of decades.
on PS4.
Brad, they announced a Watch Dogs movie.
And a release date
CTOS
September
is
15th.
groundbreaking technology. We're promoting efficiency, comfort, and safety, dedicated to protecting you and your friends.
Citizens of Chicago, we are Dipset. You have heard enough
Did you
lies.
say we are
It is
Dipset?
time to hear the truth.
Tech savvy?
Dipset's taking over the world. We gotta stop him.
Someone is inside the network.
Rap crew.
We have seen him.
You wanted the system hacked?
You got me in. He is not DevSec, and we do not defend him.
Police believe they are closing in on suspected vigilante Aiden Pierce.
Suspect is in a vehicle and attempting to flee.
He is proof
Squad, we're on the scene and in pursuit.
that the CTOS network is flawed.
Jesus Christ!
And you are vulnerable. One man has done exactly what we have warned you about.
Are you in trouble?
We think it's pretty ripping.
No, I'm not.
The virus is still doing damage. Shut it down.
Now is the time to wake up.
Oh, I hope this game's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It sure looks real good.
The movie will be good.
Yeah, if not, the movie will probably be all right.
60 minutes.
Does anybody really get excited about the whole exclusive content thing?
Hacking boost.
Exclusive mission.
I think I don't, because it's usually not.
Yeah, exactly.
They put all their best work into the thing that
everybody's
gonna
see. Totally, yeah. Like it's never that impressive. It's never very meaningful.
So the level that you just saw is exclusive to PlayStation at launch.
At launch.
Now for something a little different.
Not even permanently
And one
exclusive
title
to
that we're
PlayStation.
extremely happy to announce as part of our launch lineup for PS4 is...
We've got it too. Fuck you. We can do it.
Also...
Oh, what could it be?
Destructoid.
Minecraft.
Oh.
Maybe I'm reading way too much into what he just said, but when is Watch Dogs launching?
And another launch
This
title
year.
coming from our third-party
Certain date.
partners is a
There's a
PS4
current gen
console
base. He made it
exclusive
sound
from
like
Gaijin, War Thunder.
that will be out for PS4 when it launches, which means that they couldn't launch
War
before
Thunder,
Watch Dogs.
War Thunder is a
Right.
free-to-play
Hey, War Thunder.
next-gen combat
Heard of that.
game dedicated
Wait.
to major World War II battles.
So that was it for Minecraft?
What are you gonna say?
Hey, we've got
Ground,
Minecraft.
and
Yeah, we
naval
just show it,
multiplayer
go
combat
look.
in the gaming experience.
Well, I mean,
Let's take a look.
Just curious what it is because
Minecraft.
Microsoft made that big deal about like we've got there's a new version for Xbox One. You know, what does that entail? Right. Maybe it's the same thing on both. Who knows? Drew, is this any good?
Yeah, Drew, does this check out?
The tutorial's pretty good.
Does this game matter? Like it looks nice.
Yeah, a little like play, it seems cool.
The graphics are certainly impressive.
Co-op game.
Controls for you.
You know, World of Tanks can amass 60 million players. Anything is possible. Right. Let's see this taking off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
That's all our plans.
Yeah. Now,
NPC.
now take that engine and give me my like end of Return of the Jedi Star Wars TIE Fighter game that I've been waiting 20
There are
years for.
simply too many PS4 titles available before Christmas for me to be able to talk about each one. But as you can see, the lineup is stronger than we've had for any other platform introduction.
No
So this is a hugely exciting time for everyone in our industry, and a great moment for me to hand over to my boss, the President and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment, Andrew House, to give you his thoughts and to bring the show to a close.
All right, here's your date.
Tell you when it's coming out.
Oh, Cosmo.
They did make the launch seem a little more impressive. Nothing mind-blowing, but...
Thank you, Jim. It's a real pleasure to be back at Gamescom and amidst lots of great momentum for PlayStation. The arrival of PlayStation 4 presents an opportunity to transform the gameplay experience into something far more engaging and social. But the launch of PS4 is only one piece of that puzzle. PS3 continues to grow in strength, particularly here in Europe, where it has market leadership in the majority of countries. And what better way to make PS3 the preferred entry point into PlayStation than to ensure that the price point is accessible? I'm happy to announce that within the SCE region, we are reducing the RRP of the 12GB PlayStation 3 to €199. And in North America, I'm also pleased to confirm that the 12GB PS3 will be released with an RRP of $199. Thank you.
Yep.
And there's some more exciting news. For those
really
millions
a
of
PlayStation 4. Go get one
PS3
right now.
owners deciding whether to buy the PS3 or PS4 version of Call of Duty Ghosts from Activision, Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag from Ubisoft, and Battlefield 4
Get them
from
both for
EA,
free. Get them both.
So they
I am
announced this stuff for
delighted to
Xbox One.
confirm that when those games launch on PS4, gamers who have already bought the
progress.
PS3 version will, for a limited period, be able to buy the digital PS4 versions for a significantly discounted price.
Oh, that's cool. Like, the Xbox One was like you keep your player progress in Battlefield if you went from one to the next.
Just in Battlefield, though?
Yeah,
We see this as
Call
a
of Duty,
great
okay.
way to reward PS3 gamers for their loyalty when transitioning to PS4,
Both cases,
ensuring
though, I don't
that
know why
it
you'd
is
want
as
to get
simple
them
and
twice.
accessible as
If you
possible.
buy them once and, well, if it
Activision,
depends
steep
on the
enough
release
discount.
of the console,
EA
I
and
guess,
Warner
discount.
Brothers are the
Sure.
first publishers to commit to this. And over the coming weeks and months, we look forward to sharing more information with you. With PS Vita, we firmly believe that alongside the vast array of content coming to the platform and the relationship between PlayStation Vita and PS4, it'll prove to be irresistible, with all PS4 games being playable on PS Vita via remote play, all for an RRP of €199 and $199. We see a new and bright chapter in the life of PlayStation Vita.
He doesn't mess up. I messed up. I messed up.
Oh,
That's going to be bad.
Oh, boy.
But above all, 2013 is the year when interactive entertainment takes a major leap forward with the launch of PS4. Our goals for PS4 are clear, ambitious, and unwavering. We set out to build the most powerful gaming platform with a deeply held, consistent focus on you, the gamer. We sought insight from the best developers in the world to create a platform that would allow them to build the games that they're inspired to create. We built a system of unprecedented power to answer their needs and bring new experiences to the world's gamers.
Oh, the fucking press conference.
PS4 embraces our always connected world through companion apps and accessibility from tablets and smartphones. This means that great game worlds will be more ubiquitous, powerful, and accessible than ever before.
Available now.
And while others have shifted their message and changed their story...
Like who? Yeah.
Like who?
Yeah, I don't know. Who, yeah.
Oh, shit! Like, yeah, well, duh.
We were consistent in maintaining policies and a model that is fair and in tune with consumer desires.
Lean into it, man.
We got it right.
We strove to deliver a platform that offers the consumer both innovation and great value. And it's with the gamer in mind that when PS4 launches in Europe and the US, it will launch with a price of €399, $399, and £349. The response...
It's heavy.
The response that we have received has been nothing short of incredible. You've made it clear that you're excited about this platform.
I'm pretty excited.
With more than 1 million pre-orders already worldwide.
Yeah!
Hey, that guy.
That guy seems stoked.
Executive road.
And before I leave, I've one last announcement to make. I'm delighted to say that PlayStation 4 will be launching in 32 countries in total during this holiday season and will become available in North America on the 15th of November and in Europe from the 29th of November.
Yeah.
So that's a week earlier than Xbox One?
They don't have it.
They haven't dated.
Oh, really?
Late October, huh?
Hey, things change.
No, I know.
Thank you all very much for your time this evening. Please enjoy the rest of Gamescom.
That was
Thank
going
you,
around
and good
so
night.
much that at some point it seemed like it was just wishful thinking, people wanting them to stick it to Microsoft one more time.
Well, who knows when Microsoft's even going to go?
Yeah,
and Microsoft, if all that other talk is about them having to drop out of other
Yeah.
countries and stuff to make launch work.
Well, Brad.
Yeah.
Are you on board for a launch system?
For launch, I don't know.
Are you closer?
Maybe a little bit.
Feeling good?
I mean, how much of that stuff is launching? That
It's tough
game,
to say, I think.
A game from the
now,
Stardust guys.
we'll know. I mean,
Yeah.
over the next hour or two,
Yeah.
you'll start to see a rush of people committing to 11:15.
Yeah. In fact, let's check the press release whirl.
Let's check Amazon and see if any of those games.
When the emails start coming in,
refresh.
Like that's us. We're there. We'll be there.
Emails. Wow, no press releases yet. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, nothing. Really? Dude.
Oh shit.
What?
So the Twitch press release, like you can broadcast to Twitch as well
as well as Ustream.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Huh.
Or I assume as well as Ustream.
Or
They
maybe
didn't
they're
say Ustream once.
Maybe they're
during any
dropping
part of this,
Ustream.
but it is not just a
I wonder if
Twitch
it could be
viewer.
a regional,
It is a.
I wonder if it could be a regional thing, because Ustream is bigger in Asia, is my understanding.
Yeah.
So I wonder. It just depends on what territory you're in, is what you get. Maybe. I don't know.
So there's their one big switch.
Yeah.
Is like, oh, sorry
Surprised that's-
about the Ustream stuff, you
Wow.
guys.
Ah, here they come. All right. Well, no.
This.
I haven't seen anything yet. Battlefield 4 Premium Season Pass stuff.
Jeez, I expected a flurry of stuff.
Pleasant experience for
Nothing yet.
Splinter Cell is out today.
Little stinger.
My name is Abigail Walker, but
Hi, Abby.
my friends and enemies call me Fetch.
Hmm.
I've never hurt an innocent person in my life.
Oh, November 15th is a Friday?
Drew, I'm gonna take this off of this full screen.
Weird.
Wow.
Yeah. Well.
I thought that was pretty cool. That was good.
Yeah, that was not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing is, if they, so they're at 11:15. Like Call of Duty is at the 5th or something like that. So that upgrade program is more for people who are not going to be able to buy one at launch.
Yeah.
Or are so crazy that they're like, I need to buy this game right now, and then I need to buy it
for
again
2 weeks,
2 weeks later,
then,
or whatever. So.
It's Call of Duty is one of the few games on, at least on Amazon for pre-order, that actually has November 5th date for PS4. Even like Watch Dogs has a December 31st.
Yeah.
So I guess you could buy the game before the system. That's happened before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens kind of all the time.
Wait, what is their PS4 date show? Is it? I can't actually see it.
November 5th.
November 5th. Oh.
Probably not that early.
Yeah, that might.
I bet
it could be wrong.
I bet you'll be able to get PS4 games like the Tuesday before the Friday launch.
Right.
But it is weird that it's the only one on there.
Yeah, it'll probably take Amazon, the other retail sites, a little bit. To
Is that the final kind of branding, game cover?
Yeah, I think
artwork,
it's Blu-ray size cases with that basic look.
That was kind of plain to me. They both look kind of plain to me.
Well, it's like they finally got out of each other's way and went to at least very similar.
Yeah.
Dimensions and sizes.
Well, I mean specifically that little banner.
Yeah.
But, they're very color-coded and obvious.
Right.
They finally adopted the old GameSpot platform page model of just pick a color and go with it.
Right. Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Infamous.
Well, what a season.
What a season. This one's not final, Brad.
What a performance from the kid.
Yeah, that's 11:15. There you go.
There's your date.
I'm trying to think like what that means for Xbox at that point. Like how close to that is that to Black Friday?
Check the calendar.
Is that 2 weeks? Is that 1 week?
Probably a week and a half.
Well, you said the 15th was a Friday,
15th is a Friday.
So then Black Friday is the 29th?
Oh, is it? What day does Thanksgiving fall on? 28th?
Or is it the 20th?
So maybe that's a full 2 weeks? Isn't Thanksgiving always the last Thursday?
28th.
28th is Thanksgiving.
So they have a full 2 weeks before Black Friday then.
Yeah. So then, do they squeeze Microsoft into that following week?
Right.
Because they might want as much time as possible to get as many boxes built and all that other stuff.
Right.
Or does it kind of push them to have to go earlier?
Yeah.
And does that matter? I guess it's like both will probably sell out at this point.
Right.
For that kind of Black Friday rush, but.
Xbox, or Microsoft has said at the very least November, right?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
So yeah, huh.
There you go.
So they're the 15th, and then it's the 29th in Europe, is what they said. So that actually is Black Friday in Europe, but they don't have Thanksgiving, so
sure,
who cares?
Watch Dogs launch bundle.
Yeah, Battlefield.
Oh, those are all like Amazon bundles, right?
Right.
Yeah, but I mean,
if they were selling them, then what? You want a game? They're not charging more for it.
I know.
You're not getting a third-party controller.
Oh, it's not. It's just a game.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they're all.
You're not getting a carrying case or any fucking bullshit accessories. They haven't done that.
The launch bundles are all sold out anyway.
Yeah.
The launch edition sold out. Standard edition. Who knows when I'll get that thing?
Yeah.
Are you in on day one?
For PlayStation 4?
Either or.
I have pre-orders on both.
Yeah.
I've got a pre-order on the standard edition for the PlayStation 4, and that'll be fulfilled as they come in.
Okay.
And then the day one on the Microsoft thing. But they're pre-orders. I could cancel if I want.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good that it's Friday because it's not a Saturday. It's not some weird thing of like if you're getting it shipped in, you're getting it shipped in on a weird day that then they don't show up until the Monday after or something crazy like that. So that'll be good for us as people that need to be at an office or at a house.
Yes.
To receive some of that stuff.
Sure. And potentially be live streaming things.
Yeah.
And then what they say, 14 days of PlayStation Plus for
PS4.
Yeah.
They said the Vita should be $199 right now.
It had already
that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, Amazon's been selling it that way for a little bit. So
And I think it just dropped at retailers.
Yeah,
So
but now they made it official. It's not a temporary price cut. That is the price.
it's time to head over to the Target, right?
I wonder if
Vinny?
there's a similar cut to the 3G version.
I don't know.
Or not.
I'm surprised they don't just have it on here as another option on Amazon at least. I'm on Amazon rolling over those options.
What was it, $249 for the Wi-Fi only?
I think so, yeah. And then 3 something for.
How much those memory cards are?
They are exorbitant, or they were. I would not get less than 32.
Yeah.
What?
They went down a little bit. But
I'm not paying $80 for a
Yeah,
32.
it's fucking ridiculous. It is terrible, but you also need it.
You'll fill it up. That's
yeah.
the thing.
Mine is full.
you'll-
I've had
yeah.
to take games off of there because I don't have enough room. Like you'll fill
$80?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's.
Wait, so did these prices not drop then?
No, not
They
really.
did say something about price drops for
A
this
little
stuff
bit,
coming, so
but
maybe this
when
hasn't.
When I got my 32 gig last December, it was like $86, so they haven't dropped much.
Do you know if
And that might not be the real price.
Because look at the
drop.
price
I don't
jump
know.
from the.
We'll have to wait and see kind of what they announce in terms of what those prices
I mean,
are, I guess.
it's
but-
about in line, you know, double capacity and it's a little more than double the price.
I guess, but these are not.
I mean, they're gouging you. You know, there's no way around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's
but that thing needs storage. Like you're gonna want to download games on it if you have Plus.
Yeah,
or
you
a bunch
download
of,
like games that are 3 or 4 gigs or something like that. It's-
you will.
There's
need
no
it.
internal memory at all.
No. It doesn't it come with a 4 gig card? Or it doesn't even have that.
The
does
system will, yeah.
I got
some packages of the system come with a card, but I don't
Okay.
think they all do. I
I
don't know.
I got the Assassin's Creed bundle that had a 4 gig. I don't know if the regular
When I
one
bought
has
that
one.
launch day special bundle that came with like little deviants and a 8 gig card or something, and then immediately you took the 8 gig card and threw it aside. You never even opened it.
What are you gonna do with that small thing?
Yeah. Well, you know, you can just be better about erasing games that you're not currently playing and backing them up to the PC through their weird content manager thing. I mean, you could do that. It's not impossible to get by with a 4 or an 8 or something.
Yeah, but that's, screw that.
It is kind of a hassle. So I guess there you have it. That was Sony's big PlayStation 4 announcement. PlayStation 4 will be out November 15th.
Yeah, that was a pretty good show.
So preseason heating up here. Yeah. It's going to be a fantastic season, Vinny Caravello.
Gonna be a hell of a season, Jeff Gerstmann. I can't wait for the big game to start.
Yeah.
The big game.
Yeah.
Andy House.
Andy House is going to house you this holiday season.
Yeah.
On PlayStation. Oh, exclusively on PlayStation 4. Launching first on PlayStation 4.
Boys gonna be bringing it, boys.
That's all right. Well, there you have it. So thanks for joining us, and I don't know. We'll be back.
We do what we do.
Yeah, we'll keep doing what we do. Yeah. Right.
Whatever that is.
All right.